Thank you, Sriram. We have a few questions flowing in now. I'm going to take the first question, and please feel free to send more questions over the interface. The first question is, Sriram, what is the typical time frame in executing a SAP GRC project?
Okay. So yes, we can, as I mentioned, we can start with core modules of access control, which is risk analysis, access risk analysis, that's the new name in Access Control 10.0, and emergency access management. So these two modules, implementation of these two modules can be spanned across 2 to 2.5 months to 3 months. That depends on the organization size, but we have a rapid deployment solution which can be spanned, or which we can look at 2.5 to 3 months implementation, including all the validation and the first report, generation of the first report for the risk analysis, and also the access to your multiple systems through emergency access management.
Okay. So the other question now we have received is, can we integrate GRC with Solution Manager?
Yes. Once we have process control service management as part of your GRC landscape, then the Solution Manager helps to a great extent because SAP offers certain health checks and certain configuration checks and certain validations of your configuration on a periodic basis for the system to be healthy. So that way, access control, solution management, integration is possible, but it offers very less advantages. But once we have access control, process controls, and risk management added or implemented to your landscape, having solution manager integration will be much more advantageous.
Thank you. The third question we have got is in terms of change management. Who are the key stakeholders that are involved in the change management process in GRC implementation?
Yes. So GRC 10 offers, maybe I don't know I understood your question properly, but I can give you one or two statements where we can get the answer on that. So GRC 10 is a above system. Changelog is enabled, we can say. So whatever the changes we make in the system, either in the master data or in the approval processes, risk approval process or request approval process, all the changes you made in the system and all the changes you, all the transactions you performed in the system, those are captured. Those can be, audited, or those are audit enabled whenever you want to do those changes.
And if I may add to your answer, what we have observed is that the business stakeholders from finance, audit, and regulatory, they're pretty critical from an early involvement in the change management process. Given that a lot of change will happen in the way they are going to be interacting with IT and workflow automation that is going to be in place post-implementation, it is extremely important for them to recognize these changes early and provide feedback in how they want the various roles to operate. In fact, during definition of roles also, it's very important to understand the separation of duty with business and allow them to refine the roles as we do the GRC implementation. It gives an opportunity for the organization to review overall duties and how they can be organized better. So that plays a very important role in our mind. Okay, so I'll take the next question. can GRC be implemented without IDM?
Answer is yes. For you to have, once we have the IDM as part of the landscape and it has been fully implemented, up and running, then certain features of the IDM are also being offered by access controls. So to minimize that effort, we recommend certain integration points where we can leverage both AC and IDM. But to answer your question, access control can be implemented without IDM.
Thank you. The next question is, what is the technical architecture and landscape required for SAP GRC Access Control 10.0?
Yes, so to understand a little about the architecture, SAP GRC 10 runs on SAP NetWeaver 702, SP6 and above. And the GRC 10 is now, SP9 is in the market. So that's the latest support pack, and this support pack offers a good number of, from 1 to 9, it offers good number of enhanced features. One of the features is 5.3 or 4.0 can coexist and can be, both these products, both these applications can coexist until SP9. Maybe beyond that, it will be doubtful. We need to understand SAP roadmap. But yes, these are the NetWeaver and SAP, and there is a hardware sizing by understanding number of roles, number of users to be processed, and each role has how many authorizations, how many manual authorization objects, how many locations, organization rules. By considering all this, we can have hardware sized with these application versions, with these NetWeaver versions. This is the minimum set we need to have in place to go towards SAP GRC Access Control implementation.
Okay. The next question, is there functionality within GRC 10 that allows for internal audit work paper management, that is creating SOX work papers? Also, is there a way to feed the GRC process control information into these working papers?
Okay, so there are two parts of this question. One is how the audit feel comfort with this access control or the process control reporting. Yes, there are security related reports. There are audit related reports. So auditors get into the system, run the report. They can validate whatever the part of their audit validations. So that way there are user-friendly reports out of SAP GRC. That means access control and process control and the risk management. That's part of the answer to your question. The second is, yes, if there is any external reporting tool or whatever the paper you just mentioned, the data can be fed with minimal interface or minimal integration to the respective audit reporting to the respective audit paper, where we can see the good number of good information, audit related information.
Okay. There's a question regarding Solution Manager again. If you're aware of the company that has used integration of Solution Manager with GRC.
Okay, so you want to know the existing implementation scenario, or you want to know the customer who is
Yeah, I think this is just a question to understand if any organization has had the experience to do that.
Yes, yes. So there were pilot implementations last year in one oil company and one energy organization, where they have implemented solution manager integration with the GRC. Does that answer your question?
Yep. So to the people who asked this question, I don't think we can name any particular company in this presentation. If you can please revert to us on an email, we will happy to take a conversation in more details on the specifics. Also for all audience who wants to connect with us, and some of you have requested if we can share this presentation. Yes, we can. It will be great if we can reach out. You can reach out to us through email, and then we can respond to individually, and also answer any of your questions regarding this presentation today. Okay, so I think there are no more questions as I see, and we are topping the hour already. So thank you everybody for joining our session today. I hope it was informative and addressed some of your lingering thoughts or questions around SAP GRC. We will be excited to share more in subsequent webinars. If you have any specific needs that you want to talk about or want us to address topics of your interest in the subsequent webinar, please provide them through the feedback that we have offered on the session. It's a pleasure to have you all today for this conference. Thank you very much for joining again. And GyanSys team will be sending an evaluation to you via email in the next day or two also. Please do take a few moments to complete it when it arrives, as it will help us to improve our future webinars. That ends our webinar. Thank you to our speaker, and thank you all. See you. Bye-bye.